How much longer do you think silver will stay under $50? Good evening, folks, and welcome back to another episode of Silver Dad Knows. Remember, always live with no edits. If this is your first time here, hit that subscribe button now, as you're going to like what I'm about to say. So, as you all know, folks, Silver Dad Knows lives very, very close to Scottsdale, and the Scottsdale Mint is definitely in my top 3. And I am presenting to you right here a 2020 Scottsdale Silver Reserve Round. And what's super cool is it incorporates 2 advanced latent security features, enhancing both authenticity and visual appeal. The security elements change depending on the viewing angle. Of course, you have the Scottsdale Lion and the Reserve logo. And what's really cool is right here, they appear or disappear based on how the light hits the surface. Similarly, the words Reserve and Scottsdale, as I said, they become visible or vanish within the sunburst pattern. Each 1 ounce Scottsdale Silver Reserve round is available individually. Right now, if you're lucky, you can still purchase them for under $50. And that's with free shipping. Beyond their security features, these pieces boast proof-like visuals, combining frosted and mirrored finishes, and always presenting a stunning contrast. And I'm very, very selective when it comes to the pieces that I own. This is a very, very special piece. And of course, no wonder, because the quality's there, the security elements are there, the silver's there. And as I said, currently, if you're lucky, you can still find this piece for under $50 with free shipping. But my goodness, I mean, we're all watching it now, $43, $44. That happened very quickly. I remember when I was first purchasing silver, if I was paying $27, $28 with a massive premium, I thought I was stupid. My God, I can't believe you're buying, an American Eagle uncirculated for $27, $28 with free shipping. That's insane. Now I look back and it's like, that was La La Land back then. That was La La Land back then. I should have been buying way, way, way more silver, way, way, way more gold, way more ammunition, and, of course, a lot more cryptocurrency. But the best way to learn is through failure. And I have failed so much, folks, so I want to believe that you are getting some of the best advice out there. And before we go any further, I want to give a quick shout out. This is to my always loyal subscriber. This is Junior Fresenada. You're from the US, dollar. I'm from Europe, Spain, euro. And we'd understand each other when it came to trading silver and gold ounces. That would ruin the business of the owners of the machines that make paper money. That's why metals aren't news. This is true financial freedom. Here, the Panda collection is very popular and highly valued. I've had it since 2005. Best regards, friend, and good video. Beautiful comment right there coming from Junior Fresenada. Very, very grateful for your comment. And I love it that you bring up these pandas because, folks, do not sleep on these pandas. I mean, look at that quality right there. The craftsmanship, excellent. Both sides, of course. But pandas, do not sleep on them. Remember, I'm an American. I bleed red, white, and blue. But this is silver right here. And you are not supporting China. You are not supporting the Communist Party. You are absolutely supporting silver. So again, do not sleep on these pandas. I just want to highlight that comment right there because pandas, they are just beautiful. Very, very, very easy to sell. If you're worried, oh man, people aren't going to want them, you're highly mistaken. Recently, I had a guy hitting me up to buy like 4 or 5 of them for me, and I was looking at it. I said, I can't do it. I did not want to give it up because, folks, they're just beautiful. I'm not desperate, thank God. And personally, I really believe it's some of the best silver to be purchasing. Easily. The pandas, they are in my top 10. Easily. And I mean, look around, folks. Have you noticed? Silver isn't crawling anymore. Silver is sprinting. At $43 to $44 an ounce, it's already sending shockwaves through the markets. And the question is, how much higher can it go? And how quickly? I think those of us that have common sense, we know that it can happen tremendously and very, very fast. And others who have scaled their portfolios understand that it can happen within a matter of weeks to a matter of months, not years. That's where the money's made, folks. The truth is, most people, they still aren't paying attention. They're glued to the stock market, worried about their 401ks, and chasing digital coins that can vanish overnight. Meanwhile, silver is breaking through barriers, waking up those who understand history. They understand inflation and the cycle of hard money. When silver begins to move like this, it does not creep, it explodes. And we can just look at history to back this up. At these prices, we're already past the days of cheap stacking. It doesn't exist no more. You can't cheap stack. I wish. Those who hesitated at $20, $25 an ounce, they now face the harsh reality. Silver does not wait for anyone. The window to accumulate ounces at bargain levels, those days are over, as I said. That door has slammed shut. And the new floor may very well be today's price. If silver is already sitting in the mid-40s, it's signaling that the next leg up, I mean, think about it, folks. The next leg up, it's going to be brutal for latecomers. And these people were warned. They had plenty of time. Why? Because the fundamentals have not changed. The debt is higher, the dollar is weaker, and geopolitical tensions are stronger than ever. Supply chains are stressed. Mining output is barely keeping pace, and industrial demand, from solar panels to electronics, has only increased. This is not speculation. It's reality pressing harder on finite resources, on a finite resource. History shows us, look at history, folks. We already know what happens next. In 1980, silver spiked to $50 during inflationary panic. In 2011, it surged near that level again when debt and money printing dominated headlines. Today, with global instability, record deficits, and a public just beginning to wake up to inflation's true bite, silver has more tailwinds than ever before, folks. At 43 to 44 bucks, we're knocking on the door of history, and history tends to repeat itself only more violently. And we need to remind ourselves of that. The smart play isn't to wait for a pullback. The quote-unquote dip buyers, they're going to find themselves staring at $50 silver, then $75 silver, then $100 silver, wondering why they didn't take action when they had the chance. Precious metals, they do not reward hesitation. I'm speaking for myself. Precious metals, they punish hesitation. Those who understand wealth preservation know that stacking ounces now, even at low levels, at these levels, because they are low, even though you don't want to believe it, it's about survival, folks, not just profit. So get it while you can. Get it while you can. Folks, as always, thank you so much for joining us for another evening, another episode of Silver Dad Knows. God bless you. God bless your household. And God bless America.